That was quick.
There we go. Yeah.
Welcome everybody to, I guess, a form of the Texans fan battle and horseshoe mob, if you want to call it, a little fan battle episode, as you will. Both teams go hard tomorrow for the W to get into the playoffs. When you get in versus the Texans and Colts, so we're going to preview the game together. Before we do, let me introduce to you my colleagues. As first of the horseshoe mob, I got Mr. Christopher Jackson.
First off, sir, I don't like that. Okay, I need you to bring that energy. Okay, because we're gonna be on here. Okay, we're all friendly. We know each other, but at the same time, I'm not gonna just let you just sit here and just be coy about this nonsense. Okay, but yes, I'm Chris Jackson. Nice to meet you all. Everybody hasn't seen me before.
And then we got the Ranger himself, Mr. Haris Nukala.
Yes, World Series. We're here for Game 6, aren't we, or is this Game 8? What are we doing here? Just kidding.
That's my question.
And then we got Mr. Josh Sr.
What's good, everybody?
I was expecting 4 horseshoe mobs, so I had to bring a little backup for the Texans fan bottle. From the lead, I got Mr. Harley Dugan.
What's going on, everybody? Ready to take this dub Saturday. Simple as that.
Speaking like a true champion. And always with me, I got my A1 since day one. I got Mr. Crenshaw.
Happy Friday.
And then, guys, we got Mr. Bo Diggity himself. What's going on, brother?
Howdy, everybody. Y'all can't see me. I got this cowboy hat on. You know, Texans finna get it. We get all dub on Saturday. What's good? What's good?
Coming in style.
That's right.
Undercover Cowboys fan. My God.
That's
my
way.
God.
No way.
Bo Diggity.
No way.
Undercover Cowboys fan. My guy.
Cap.
Put it there.
Captain America. No way.
Well, guys,
my boy Captain Falcon can't do that.
Let's kick it in gear and let's start it off right. Let's start with the friend of the show. Let's start with Harley. What is the key factors, in your opinion, for the Colts to beat the Texans?
Hey, they got a tough run game duo, right? They got Jonathan Taylor. Zach Moss should be back to be able to play for this game. So, hey, in all honesty and all seriousness, with all the trash talk aside, at the end of the day, the national media has got this really lopsided, in my opinion. I think this is going to be more of a battle than what it could be. I mean, Texans, Colts are both two good teams. The Colts are a pesky team. They've beaten teams. They know what to do. They know what the stakes are at hand. The Texans know what stakes are at hand. Both teams are going to be hungry. Like, there's not a team that's hungrier. Like, yeah, we're all going to pose our side as a hungrier team, obviously. But at the end of the day, we are both at 500, almost at 500, 9-7. And this feels weird, 9-7. Feels weird anyway. Still getting used to week 18 schedules. It's strange.
Anyway,
it's weird. Anyway, the Colts at the end of the day, you know, they thrive off the big plays behind Alec Pierce, who's a really, really 16 yards catch almost. I mean, come on, that's crazy numbers for a guy that seems to be getting thrown a lot of shit on in the chat a lot of times. Let's throw some Alec Pierce respect, by the way. He is a fantastic player for the Colts. Gardner Minshew, the Colts thrive off the big plays. The Texans' Achilles heel seems like big plays. First game, Titans, first drive for them, drop pass by Traylon Burks, but that was a deep pass. He was wide open. He has to catch that, right? Texans have not been able to stop big plays. Safeties, some trouble. Texans can pull this W, but it's not shocking at all that the Colts make this a tough game. It should be a tough game. It's not going to be easy. It's a divisional game. It's not supposed to be easy, especially winning in. Regardless, it's winning in. It's not supposed to be easy. Go take care of business, and let's go get the dub. But, hey, it's not shocking at all to me if the Colts win.
Okay. Well, let's switch it up. Haris, what's the factors for the Colts to lose this game to the Texans? How can the Texans upset your mighty Colts?
Yeah, you know, just continue to hope and pray. Gus Bradley pays 15 to 50 yards off the line of scrimmage and just play slant merchant all the way up and down the field. Literally, it's all you have to do. I think, you know, honestly, in all seriousness, it's going to be up to the wide receivers to be able to catch the ball. They're going to have a lot of space to catch the ball and to be able to create plays after the catch. Generically, the Colts are actually pretty good tackling. There's a reason why they play so far off the line of scrimmage. They're not trying to give the big play up over the top. From what I've seen, a little of the Texans this year, from the Texans that I've seen, those guys are going to rely on the yak and get the ball down low. CJ Stroud is pin perfect accuracy. That dude is unreal when it comes to accuracy. I don't care if you're a Colts fan. I don't care if you're a Browns fan. It doesn't matter what kind of fan you are. That guy can throw the football. He's going to get it into tight spots. He can throw it anywhere on the field. Coverage for the Colts is going to be very, very important, and then also tackling once catches are being covered. Beyond that, this offensive line, the tackles have to be consistent in this game. It's been an on and off problem all year. We saw it a lot against Atlanta where the tackles just were not blocking for the run or the pass. It didn't matter what was going on, and it's going to impact Minshew's ability to get the ball off. Like Harley mentioned, this is a big play action, get the ball down the field type of offense, and they do pride themselves on those big plays, but in order to have those big plays, those tackles have to hold up.
Okay. Now, Crenshaw, we've been preaching that we hate the 15-yard coverage by the cornerbacks all year and zone. Both play very similar schemes. How do you see this game going?
I see it as a Texans win.
Ooh.
That was great analysis, Crenshaw. Excellent analysis.
No, just like I say, we've been stopping the run all year. Just stopped the run. Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor's going to be back together. I don't know when the last time these two guys played together. Josh, Chris, when was the last time these two guys played together?
Pretty good.
November 26th. November 26th.
Yeah,
November 26th. So, basically just slow those guys down and don't let Gardner Minshew hit you with those quick, dumb plays that he always hit us with. I mean, the last game we played him. He didn't have a good game. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he was efficient with it. Mostly Anthony Richardson killed us that game. I believe if Gardner would have started the whole game, we would have beat you guys. CJ was phenomenal in that game, even though you guys could say that it was catch up time and everything because the game was out of reach, but he still was phenomenal in that game. And I feel like we're more hungrier than you guys. I think you guys are more surprised than we are.
Yo,
we both 9-7 right now. So I think we're going to come in more prepared, and we're going to take that dub and come on back to H-Town, and we're going to party like it's 1999.
How dare you?
It's not a bosom parade.
How dare you?
We're playing Call of Duty like Kyler Murray tonight. Yeah, we don't even read.
Bruh.
All right, Chris, what you got? How do you think this game's going to go for the Colts?
I honestly, I think it's going to be a battle. I think you see two teams, despite what Crenshaw says, because we're just going to go ahead and bypass what he just said. I think these are two teams that are really just not just fighting for a playoff spot, but I mean they're really fighting to kind of beat the odds and the criticism. These are the preseason bottom two teams, and I mean both these coaches have gone about everything with a 1 week at a time mentality where they're saying, listen. We know that they're saying that we're not supposed to be here, but we're here. So you're going to have to deal with it. But I mean, I think also being that it's a division game, I think you kind of throw everything out of the window. Like I think the Texans have done very well against the run, but I think it's just like it's different when you're playing against team, no matter who the coach is, when you're playing up against guys that you've played against with the exception of maybe one or two people here or there, you kind of get to know tendencies, you get to understand people. So I mean, honestly, it's just like I know that they said like the Texans' run defense has been, very good recently. I think knowing what we know about the Texans, understanding the Texans, I think they're still going to approach it with the run, and I think that's going to be like the biggest key with making sure that you don't have Gardner Minshew throwing the ball 50 times this game and potentially throwing you out of position or having to make him scramble and diving early for a first down on fourth down. So yeah, I think we're going to see a heavy dose of run all game.
Okay,
I hope so.
I hope. I hope so.
I sure hope so.
Bo, CJ Stroud said in his conversations that the game planning for the Colts has been night and day since day 2 or week 2. So what do you think is going to happen? And what do you think about CJ Stroud's words?
Yeah, I feel like CJ Stroud has, a great read on what's going to happen. Like you said, it's going to be night and day. I mean, of course, you have a whole season of film now, which you only had 1 week. to really see what the Colts was about, and that really was on Anthony Richardson and not so much on Gardner Minshew. So now they had the whole season. They've seen what Gardner Minshew likes, what he doesn't like. Granted, Taylor has not been there the whole time, so maybe, but it's film on him in the past. So I feel like D'Amico has a better chance at game planning for whatever he might see, whatever might come his way, whether it's running the ball, play action, little medium out routes, whatever Gardner likes to do. Hopefully defense can come up and stop it. Now for CJ, for offensive wise, I believe that Bobby knows what he has now. I feel like when Tank Dell went down, he still tried to push the ball down the field. But I feel like with the weeks of Tank Dell not being there, he's learned that I need to give CJ more options that's not 40, 20 yards down the field. Let's work these intermediate routes. Let's work these check downs, and hopefully we get the ball down the field in the red zone. If it's a field goal, it's a field goal. If you can score a touchdown, amazing. But I feel like they are not being safe, but they're being smarter now with the play call.
Okay. Now, Josh, the last player to get 100 yards rushing against the Texans was Zach Moss. So what's your take on the Colts? Are they going to run the ball down our throat?
They have to. I mean, last time you guys faced us.
Hold on. Excuse me, Josh. He did not get 100 yards rushing.
Not get 100.
Don't cut us short like that, Briggs. Don't cut us short.
Oh,
We had a good game.
I think the team had 100.
Yeah, the team had 100, but Zach didn't have 100 on us. So
Okay.
I had to throw that out there. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You good. I mean, he did have a good game. This is without JT. So now you have JT back, and it's going to be a mixture of both. With the sprinkle of Trey Sermon. I mean, the guy must be on the field as well because he made plays when he's on the field. So we're going to establish that run to open up the field with Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and of course our guy Michael Pittman, and our tight ends. Everybody knows that Shane Steichen is going to open his offense up. If he's going to open his offense up, everybody's going to get a chance to make a play, whether it's from the receiver 1 or the tight end 3. Everybody's going to make a play.
Okay. Now, the Texans was it Crenshaw? What, 3 more sacks? They break the record for most sacks in the last 4 games, I think, ever in NFL history.
And we will get that.
And Harley, I was going to say, Harley, you think we get that with the bang up line that the Colts got right now?
It's going to be interesting, actually. I mean, everyone's like, this Texans D-line was really, really, really good. We were playing the Titans. And Titans O-line absolutely doo-doo. I mean, absolutely dog shit.
Way better
We all
than
know
that.
that.
I appreciate
Exactly.
the context. I appreciate the context.
And the Colts offensive line is night and day from the Titans offensive line. So, Derek Barnett, having a good game last week. Yeah. Is he a solid addition to this team? Yes, obviously. But now, hey, man, right now, you facing the Colts. Like, this is better offensive line play. It's a matter of fact. We saw Will Anderson in 12 snaps get 2 sacks. Like nothing. Back to back, like nothing. I would have been scared. He would have been contending to beat Derek Thomas's single game record for sacks if he played the whole damn game. Like, that's how ridiculous the O-line for the Titans was. So the O-line for the Colts is really better, to put that per se. So it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough. I would like to see D'Amico maybe dial up. Maybe it's him dialing up some more blitzes, because you're not going to have Jonathan Bernard for this game. Sucks. Oh, well. There's no excuses. Like, this is when you're in. Nobody's got any excuses. Like, I don't give a damn about Grenard being out, Noah Brown being out, Tank Dell being out. Boo-hoo. Like, this is week 18. Your starting quarterback is playing. Okay, CJ's playing. I'm a rival 7, and he's going to take me to where I need to go.
Chris, you got anything to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on when he said Will Anderson Jr. on the 12 plays. He came out looking like Rudy, sack, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, no excuses, man. We got 7 on the field, and every time 7's on the field, I feel like we're going to win the game. So it's no excuses. And, the Colts has been a thorn in our ass for years, since the Peyton Manning days. So it'll be wonderful to beat you guys just so we could come back and troll you guys. So Texans, please don't fuck it up for us.
You don't troll anybody, Kershaw.
Well,
You don't troll anybody.
Hey,
I don't troll.
Listen,
I'll be
Crenshaw-
behind.
No,
I'll be
Crenshaw
behind
doesn't
just
troll
the
at all. He be
I
trying to
just
rile
wanna
up the
throw
fan
this
base.
out
He think
there.
he's slick. Like he really think he's slick.
I just want to throw this out there. If we sweep 2 teams with Gardner Minshew, nobody's ever going to be able to troll us ever again.
Right.
I just wanna-
You're right about that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
y'all
I mean,
and y'all beat the Browns too, right?
No.
No, the
no.
refs
The
beat
game.
us.
No, that was the last minute. That was the
the ref. Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, we
We're not even talking about like if the refs didn't screw us that game, this game we probably already win the division.
Matter of fact, what did Fat Joe say? Matter of fact, we ain't gonna speak about the Browns game or however that line went. Like that's exactly what we not gonna
That's
do.
what
We're gonna erase that from memory. But
If
I
they
think
get a refs game, I want a Jags ref game. How about that? Because
Hey, take that one too.
I like to take that.
The
dub,
Jags would be
refs. How about
third.
that?
The Jags wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
Wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
It's
Yeah,
still possible.
But I think I was when Harley, Harley or Crenshaw, whenever y'all were talking about like the D line play, I think that was something that they have been much better with it. And with Gardner Minshew, he does have those moments where he's like a deer in headlights. But I think honestly, it's just like if you look at this team, you look at how Will Anderson Jr. is doing. One thing that Shane Steichen has done week to week has made sure that game plan has made sure to try to isolate those people. Now, once again, division game, so anything goes. But I'm not saying that Will Anderson Jr. won't be a factor, but I just don't think that he'll be like, going off like he was against the Titans factor. Because that Titans O-line, honestly, you can pick any 5 of us out of here, and we'll probably protect better than the Titans O-line does. So let's just be honest about that.
If it was me, I'd just let fucking Will Evans get hit. I don't give a damn.
Well, that's fair. But
Well,
he has,
they did with Jerry Hughes.
I don't know if we do better because we.
but he has the power of Mayo, so he'll get right back up. So that's just, you got to worry about that. It's just like
I think the one thing that's interesting with this Colts team, and when we talk about it every week, is Shane just does and maybe you guys feel this way about D'Amico, but Shane just puts these guys in the right place at the right time to be successful, and it's been a theme all year with this team, and I just really hope that continues. Is just put these guys in situations to where they can go have the ability to make a play, and then it says, hey, I'm going to put you in this spot, and you can go make that play. Now, whether you do it or not, that's on you. But I think that's something that I've appreciated about this team, the Shane Steichen in particular. It's just such a big difference from the potato head we've had for the last 6 years. It's just nice to have a guy that can come in and just allow these guys to be put in spots to be successful.
It's the atmosphere, right? Like D'Amico's changed the Texans' atmosphere. Night and day, like the whole swarm mentality. Harley was just talking on his show, Believe in Texans. Like it's a mindset, and the players that they eat, breathe, sleep this mindset. So it's way different and it is exciting. So the only thing that you can be is excited for the future, especially. I mean, y'all didn't get to see much of it in Anthony Richardson. But as Texans fans, dude, if you're not excited for CJ Stroud, you need to check your pulse because you're dead. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we had a chance to be excited about it, even in the limited capacity that we had, because we saw that the offense, O-line play and everything. I mean, this is basically the same returning O-line from last year. And you saw how bad the blocking was last year. I mean, except for Matt Pryor, because, I know this is a family podcast, but fuck that guy. But it's like what you see is just like with the exception, like Bernard Raymond, he's been playing out of his mind. Like everybody's been blocking better. Like everything has been better this year. And it's not by accident. It's because I think people bought in. People are very much so just like, okay, yeah, this Steichen guy knows what he's talking about. And then, like I saw, you saw Anthony Richardson. Even in the Texans game, until he went out, it's just like this guy was making plays, with his arm and making plays with his legs as well. So, honestly, it's something to be encouraged about because we hadn't seen, that type of energy in the offense since, he who shall not be named was here. So, well,
Andrew Luck.
Hey, you know what? There was no need for that, Harley. I thought we were cool.
Hey, man.
Like I know me and Crenshaw.
Wait.
Beef every now and then, but really,
Just a question.
There's bad blood for Andrew Luck for y'all.
No,
It's not
We
bad blood.
we
It just
like,
hurts too much.
it's a wound. It's a wound.
Because the
that-
real he should not be named is DW4. That's the real he who should not be named.
Redacted.
no, well,
No. I mean, yeah.
We like
Yeah.
Obviously, for different reasons, we don't name them.
yeah,
Got
it's
you.
just too many feelings involved.
Too many.
No.
Yeah, it's too many emotions involved.
But I mean, in all seriousness, I think like this game, if I wish this would have been like the Richardson versus Stroud game, because I mean these two teams going up against each other at 9-7. I mean, it probably would have been flexed to prime time maybe 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, we're here now. Like we know exactly what we got. I mean, Shane Steichen, honestly, super impressive what he's been able to do this season with being 9-7 with Gardner Minshew of all people. I mean, this is the same guy who has open field, sees somebody running from the side and then starts running backwards. So I mean, you know, take with that information, do with it what you will. But this is going to be.
You know, I'm not saying Gardner Minshew is a great quarterback by any means, but I do think he gets a lot of hate. I mean, he did help the Eagles go to the Super Bowl when Jalen Hurts, but he only lost one game last year, and that's the game he came in. I mean, so he's not like a terrible quarterback, but he's not. I mean,
he just does goofy things sometimes, and it's just like, come on, man.
He's a dependable game manager.
He's
a dependable game manager.
He's a backup quarterback.
He's an Alex Smith type quarterback. I mean, he's a game manager.
I wouldn't even say Alex Smith. I think even Alex Smith to a certain extent was good. I think Gardner Minshew, as Bo just said, he's just like he's a solid backup. Like, but the thing is, he's had to be the guy every week for the last like what 14 weeks
15 weeks,
yeah. So he's had to be the guy when he's somebody that you come in and bring in when your star gets hurt and you only need somebody for 2 games.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be here and be 9-7, I think once again it's just like it speaks to he's better than expected, but also at the same time, Shane Steichen is putting together game plans that make sure that he's not trying to overuse him in a way where he's not supposed to be playing.
Yeah, I would rather have Gardner Minshew than Davis Mills as backup. I'll tell you that much. Y'all want to switch? We can switch. It's not too late.
Oh no, we're good
right now.
We're not complaining.
He can start me out.
No, y'all embrace the next man up mentality with Davis Mills, literally.
Oh man,
and that's not even like next with an X. That's with the CKS involved. So yeah.
But y'all been pretty good though, because y'all lost Luck, and how long Luck's been gone from you guys' team?
Oh God,
2019.
This is fifth.
5
this
years,
is
6
fifth year.
years.
Fifth year.
Okay,
2018. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you guys know better than me, but y'all either have a 500 or a winning record during that time. He's been gone, right?
Yeah. So we had 2 of them. We went 11-5. So we went 7-9 with Brissett, 11-5 with Rivers, 9-8 with Carson Wentz, and then 4-13 last year with Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
So I mean, y'all done
spoiled.
Yeah, y'all done pretty good. So it just shows that it don't matter really what quarterback you guys have. You have a good roster. You have a good roster with it. So and Gardner Minshew, I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. Look what he did with the Jaguars when Nick Foles went.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
That man won a total of 3 games as the starting quarterback for the Jaguars.
Is it his fault?
Well, we all know that franchise is a dumpster fire. Look what they're doing this year. They still can't have 2 straight good seasons. They're fighting for their playoff lives on Sunday, basically. Because
how funny
if
would it be if they lose? How funny would it be?
I just read somebody say Trevor Lawrence might not play on Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
I need them to lose that game.
I mean, he's only recovering from banging up his knee, ankle, neck, and a concussion.
And his head.
So I mean,
and shoulder.
And shoulder.
Yeah.
I just found out that Hopkins need 2 touchdowns for his bonus. I need him to get them 2 touchdowns on Sunday.
Well, here's the thing.
Be a part of that win.
Yeah. If the Jags lose Sunday, the winner of this game wins the division.
Yep.
So
if this game goes into a tie, the Jags are automatically out of playoffs.
Hey.
Yeah.
So they screwed up either way.
Okay, but if the Jags, okay. If the Jags lose,
we've seen it.
And Colts and Texas, whoever win, does the other team get in as well, or is they gonna be off?
So if we tie, we both get in the playoffs, and Jacksonville doesn't.
Got you. But that's why they put our game on Saturday, so they know for sure. That's crazy. Yeah.
I was hoping that the Titans and Jags played at the 4-15 spot.
Yeah, I
So
was
that
thinking the same
way,
thing.
we knew what we were playing for, but oh
Yeah,
well.
that would have made it all the more dramatic, like to see
Yeah.
that finish. But now we have to wait all the way until Sunday to see
The
whether or not
suspense,
any
man.
of that's going
Are
to
they
happen.
the 12 o'clock game on Sunday?
Yeah, CBS.
Okay.
And I find it funny that a lot of Colts fans are like, "Oh, CJ Stroud's going to fold under pressure." This is
said
where
Whoa,
a lot
who
of
said
Colts
that?
fans.
Who said
in the
that?
group-
Who?
A lot
Listen.
of Colts fans in the group.
Point 'em
But
out.
this is hold
Point 'em
on,
out.
but this is the perfect spot for when the whole narrative. He's an Ohio State quarterback. This fits perfectly because he's used to prime time. He's used to all the media spotlights beyond him. Gardner Minshew's 0-2 in primetime games. And he's 0-3 when he starts against the Texans. So
Is this the Eagles' first primetime game as well?
Yeah.
This season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So both teams' first primetime game.
both teams got snubbed for any primetime games. this
Now,
week.
I'm curious.
now, Matt, you do know the rule, right?
What?
The first person to bring up a stat that says that a certain team is 0 whatever, or they have a losing record in those things, generally.
Too bad we already brought up that on Thursday. Me and Chris already brought up that Jonathan Taylor eats against the Texans. So
Okay, so y'all negated that one. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine.
it's already gone. So we're good. We're golden. Well, we can say this for both teams, right? Win or lose, it's a great season.
Oh, it's
Because
been a
nobody
success.
nobody knew we were going to be here.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that we would be fighting for the division technically. You did, Harley?
So my hot take, and this is great because Colts fans are going to love my hot take. My hot take before the beginning of the year, and I was on y'all's podcast, the Texans Fan Battle
yes,
podcast,
okay,
and
I
I had the
remember
hot
that, yeah.
take before the beginning of the year that this is Houston sports, and in Houston sports we have a lot of Houston heartbreak. We can go all the way back to 1984 with NC State, U of H, and it just goes all the way down, and we're not going to get into that rabbit hole.
We can go to Game
But-
7 of the World Series. Man.
It is what
I'm
it
sorry.
is.
Go ahead. I had to throw that out there.
It's all right. I mean, we're two-time champs, right? I mean, right? Two-time champs. Okay.
Sure about that?
Okay. Okay. Two-time champs? Okay. Oh, hi. Anybody else two-time champs for baseball? Okay, nobody. All right. Anybody. Anyway, we'll get back to the matter at being because so the Houston Texans, my hot take basically was we're going to finish the year 9-8, but we are going to, at week 18, face the Colts. Both teams, 9-7. I hate this hot take for mine because I do not want it to come to fruition because last year we were supposed to lose, but we won.
Mhm.
And then it's going to come back full circle. And this year, we're supposed to win, and I had us losing against the Colts. Granted, I had us beating the Colts in week 2, but that was my hot take. The Houston Texans have a chance to, obviously, I said we were going to play for the division. That's not really happening at the moment. But winning, you're in, and it's not looking good for that hot take if it becomes true. Usually, Texans fans love it when I'm wrong. So hopefully I am wrong. Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
We feel the same way with Harish. We feel the same way with Harish.
So you're saying
Colts
this-
fans love that hot take of mine.
That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
the NFL loves stories. I tell everybody that NFL just loves stories. So-
man.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're going to want CJ in more than Gardner Minshew. That's just me. I'm not saying it's
I don't
rigged.
blame them.
I'm just saying story wise, the NFL
Let's
wants
stop it,
the
Harish.
Texans
Cut that
to
out.
go to the playoffs. That's just me personally. That's always I think about certain things.
I'm with you, Bo.
Yeah.
Same.
No, it's honestly, it's just if we're being like completely real, like I absolutely want us to win this game versus the Texans, but I mean, when you look at the makeup of this team, like CJ's been doing this all year against teams that have been, that they're not supposed to win against, right? And the thing is, for me, being a Colts fan, I'm looking like, how far can this team go? And even if we end up winning this game and we end up going into the playoffs, we're still going to have to face team after team after team. We're going to be playing, a lot of away games. Even if the Jags win on Sunday, that still means we're a 7th seed. That means that we're still going to have to go up against a 2 seed, which looks like it's going to be Buffalo or Miami. Both places are terrible to play at. I went to Miami once. I almost burned to death. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to go wherever you're going. And for me personally, like if this was AR playing, I would feel a lot better about it being in this position. But I mean, with Gardner Minshew, it's just like, yes, we're gonna get in, but you don't see us going that far. I would just be interested to see how far CJ can take them in the current state of the team.
Yeah.
And like I think for me, it's just like, yeah, that would definitely make for a much better story. But of course, I'm going to root for my team to beat y'all. Because why the hell wouldn't I?
And I think every Texas fan would feel the same way as well. Yeah. It's like you have to be honest with yourself and look at the teams in front of you: Baltimore, Miami, Cleveland. You already ran into Cleveland, and that wasn't pretty. You got who else is in there? The Dolphins. I say Miami already. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
You got to look at the teams and say, okay. Yes, any given Sunday, but at the same time, would you really put your money that Texas would beat those teams? You know what I mean? And also, it's kind of tough to go on the road. I mean, we've had games where, especially if Texas goes to Buffalo and it's a storm. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Same with us too.
It's gonna be tough, man. Because we already seen rain and snow is different, but we've seen CJ in that storm. We've seen the Texans in the monsoon with the Jets, and that was ugly. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again.
Hey, JT ran for 5 TDs in that snow, so I wouldn't mind Buffalo. It's a hustle environment, but I mean, he's gone up there and done really well.
Well, and you also got to look at it this way too. It's most likely you can go to Jim Harbaugh or Stefanski in Cleveland, but also whoever wins this game, their coach of the year chances to skyrocket.
Oh yeah,
right? Like whoever wins
sure.
this game is the front runner out of those two to win coach of the year. So even though I think it's probably going to go to Jim Harbaugh, I think that's who's going to take it, or Stefanski would go.
I might go to Stefanski because you think about Joe Flacco, and they're still in this position.
Yeah,
it's probably where I think.
But everybody likes a last from last to first type of story.
Does anyone know what the Browns' record was last year? Like, they weren't terrible last year? They were like
4-13.
4-13.
Oh, they was 4-13. Oh,
yeah.
Well, never mind. Then take that back. So
yeah,
I thought they had a better record. Now it's like, okay, D'Amico take the 13-1 team.
13 because
you know what I mean.
I'm pretty sure they only had 4, maybe 5 wins.
Then we'd have picked in the top 10. Then
remember y'all did because y'all took their picks.
They had 6.
They had 6 wins.
Oh, they had 6 wins. Okay.
That sounds better.
But if I'm gonna say it's just like definitively, whoever wins this game, if the Jags do end up losing, if one of these teams wins division, I think they're the lock for coach of the year. Because going from picking top 5 to winning the division the following year, I don't think it's just like that's nothing short of impressive. Like the Browns, because they got Watson, that was supposed to kind of put them over. And even without Watson, they're doing really well. But I think that was a team where it's just like you do have people on there who are like you have stars on there. Like you have Myles Garrett, literally like and I'm gonna say it, the most disruptive force outside of Aaron Donald probably in the league. And I don't care about the TJ Watt detractors. Like, no, they're 2 different positions. I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay, so I just looked it up. The Browns win 7-10. They win 7-10.
They win 7-10.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna go from 7-10 to what I guess if they win this week, 12-5.
Yeah,
I feel like 3-13-1 to 10-7 is a bigger flip to me for D'Amico to win coach of the year. That's just, of course, I'm biased, but it is what it is.
Shane Steichen going forward, 12-1 to 9-7 or 10-7.
Yeah.
Without your starting quarterback too. So yeah, it's a conversation. I hope it's not just a unanimous decision given to the Browns coach, but I guess we'll see.
But just the last 3 years of hell that the Texans went through, and not just that, like, but all offseason you have people like Nick Wright and Stephen A. Smith saying that the Cardinals are going to go pick 1 and 2 because the Texans are dumb for trading up for Will Anderson and just going to be a horrible franchise.
They better enjoy that 16th pick.
D'Amico Ryans wasn't the right pick. Yeah, D'Amico Ryans wasn't the right coach. Like, it was just it was nonsense. You know, CJ Stroud is not the quarterback. He can't pass some test. He's an idiot. And now look, they're all mouths are shut. Like, they don't know what to say.
Well, yeah,
That's because Stephen A. Smith doesn't know what he's talking about 95% of the time.
this is true. This is true. I mean, we had what's the name? I think Adam Rank on NFL Network had us going 3-14.
3-14.
Right.
Like 3-14. I think almost everybody had us going last in the division, and then the Texans getting one, maybe two wins ahead of us. And then you look at where they're at now. They had people saying that either the Jags or the Titans were going to win, and I don't know why people were picking the Titans.
The Titans.
But I mean, Titans, whatever. Like that's. Matter of fact, hey, listen, Titans fans, if you're listening to this right now, I just need you to understand. I need you to know that we're not rooting for you, but I'm just saying, if you get beat by the entire division, you won't hear the end of us. You won't hear the end of it at all, because I don't think anybody's been swept by the whole entire. I don't even think the Jags were swept by the whole entire division, and they won about 3 games in 2 years.
It's been a while. It's been a while though.
Here nor there.
I want the Titans fans to know it's over. You're done.
You're done.
You're done for a long time, buddy. So
We
just
were
sit back,
0-6 one time
relax.
in this division.
Yeah. But the
We were
Titans,
0-6.
you had your time, Titans. You got Derrick Henry. He's done as well. Enjoy it. Enjoy your pass because it's over.
They had a really good Super Bowl run, right? It was like 3 years of telling us they're going to win the Super Bowl. That was a pretty good run.
Yep. They had a window. That window closed fast, but they had the window
Really quick. Yeah.
It was supposed to be this year too.
It was a dollhouse window.
Bro, don't you know they got Andre Dillard, DeAndre Hopkins, and Derrick Henry? That's all they need.
Can I be completely honest that Titans fans really, really doubted themselves? They got the Andre Hopkins, and they automatically said they were going back to the playoffs.
They were so excited.
Traylon Burks.
They're like, Traylon Burks is taking the next step this year. He's going from Burger King. He's going from Burger King to Five Guys. The dude is
another
killing it.
thing about DeAndre
Came to
Hopkins.
Zaxby's. Like that's what we're doing.
Because of you desperate Titans fans organization, you had to give DeAndre Hopkins 2 years instead of making him get nothing so he could crawl back to the Texans. It's your fault. It's your fault, Titans fans, getting that man hopes up and paying him for 2 years. All right, you should have gave him nothing. He would have said, "Okay, Texans, I'll take the minimum, whatever it is, and I'll come back home." You ruined that for me, Titans. You ruined it. Ruined everything.
That would have been dangerous.
Just like they ruined Mayo commercials for the years to come,
Well, I mean,
I don't even buy helmets. I buy Miracle Whip. Matter of fact, I want you to know that. I don't use helmets. All right.
All right, fellas. Well, let's get this thing to a wrap. Let's go to predictions. Harley, again, since you're the guest of the show, what's your prediction and the outcome of this game?
I just straight out 27-23 Texans over the Colts. I think it's going to be a 4-point game win for the Texans. It's going to be competitive. It's a divisional game. It's not supposed to be easy. At the end of the day, there's no excuses. Like I've said it all week. There is no excuses for this Houston Texans team to not go out there and get this W. 27-23. The Colts will try to come back in the final seconds of the game. Houston Texans defense stands up. They stand tall. They do their thing. They stop the Colts from getting a touchdown, and they get this dub, man. We get into the playoffs. 10-7. I'm happy. Regardless, I won't be happy if we lose. The expectation's risen for me. I'm sorry. Oh well. Like don't take me out to dinner and don't give me the whole full bases. Like, come on now. I want to go all 4 bases.
Well done, steak.
Hey, man. What we eating tonight? That's exactly what is going on. So come on now. The Houston Texans, the expectations have risen as an organization. Sorry. Oh well. If y'all are happy at 9-8, and I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to Texans fans in general. You happy with 9-8 after a loss? I'm not happy that we lose to the goddamn Colts. I'm not happy about that. I got to smell that horse shit for the whole offseason, man. I don't want to do that. I want the Texans to go in there and whoop that ass, to be honest, but I got to give respect because it is going to be a good game.
All right. Josh Sr., what about you, brother?
I got to play a little song before I get my prediction.
I already don't like where this is going.
No. This damn boy.
Yeah.
Knocking those down. We're going to win this game 2017.
Yeah.
That's a Houston song. That's a Houston song. So.
Yes, sir. Knocking those down. I had to play
I
that
thought you were
song.
gonna play that white guy song, man.
No.
Yo, hey, listen, no. Hey, stall out on the homie Seth, okay? Listen. He's
comment.
Useful creator, okay? You are not going to be allowed to talk dirt on that man's name, right? No, absolutely not.
Colts are more passionate about that guy than they are their own team, man.
We're going to win.
Now, man.
We gonna send their Bulls on parade shit back to Houston.
So what was your prediction again? 37?
That was the prediction and all that.
I got us winning 20-17 on the field goal by Matt Gay.
2017. All right. Crenshaw, what you got, brother?
Like Hardy said, division game is gonna be tough. All year the Texans hasn't been good on the road. Both teams 9-7, so you could say that both teams are equal. I'm not liking our chances in this game, so I'm gonna keep it at 100 with you guys. I think the Texans win 35-13.
Yeah, I love it.
I knew it.
And then once we win, since Josh want to play a song, I'm gonna play this song right here.
Oh,
I'm finna put you bitch ass in
How do we get here, bro?
That's my shit, man.
You wanna talk shit? You wanna run your mouth? You want
All right, I don't want to get us canceled. All right.
Yeah. You gonna
only
Boosie
2
will sue you
seconds.
now.
Only 2 seconds. Yeah. Boosie get you. Chris, what about you? What you got?
I had a prediction of this game being a battle, us winning 30-24 in overtime, but after Harley and Crenshaw with such impassioned monologues about this, fuck all that. 24-10, Colts win. I'm listen. I leave Texas fans alone, but I'm sick of y'all shit tonight. Like, not saying that, but in all reality, like I said, I do really see this being about. I think this will probably end up coming down to a field goal. I think we could probably end up squeaking this one out, but it'll probably be something along the lines like 27-24.
Okay. Mr. Bo Diggity, what about you, brother?
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be a tough fight. I'm not saying we can go out there, go to Indy, and go crazy and just kill y'all. I don't want my blood pressure up on Saturday. I'm just saying this right now. I don't want it to be no close, tight game like it's been all year. I want to be able to fourth quarter, maybe a victory formation, and I got my feet up, relaxed. So I'm gonna say Texans 20, Colts 14 is. I'm hoping that I got the ball last and y'all throw an interception to Derek Stingley and we seal it. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm throwing that in the
really want the Stingley.
Put that in the universe. Put that in the universe. Let's go.
Y'all really want the Stingley interception? Like I've seen that.
I
seen
want
that
it
in the chat.
I've seen it.
Everybody wants it.
Like, is
throw
you
his
need-
way,
you
Gardner
need-
Minshew.
you need-
Don't
you need
go
the-
against Nelson now.
Do you need the interception?
Stingley at work too. Stingley's at work too.
Nelson
Locking in.
Nelson
right?
has ended 2 games with interceptions.
That's
The
true.
same-
It's time for Stingley time.
Yeah, so
Stingley time.
it
It's almost like y'all need that interception to justify the pick.
Y'all should have got
You dirty as no be. Oh man. Oh man.
It's almost like he's having a better year than the
Dirty,
guy that
dirty.
was taken after him. But I mean,
That's in the Pro Bowl.
I mean, guy's not. I mean, he's not a Colts. So it doesn't matter about the guy. After him.
well, the Pro Bowl's overrated, but that's a talk for another day.
Yeah,
what's
ask Kenny
their
Moore
record?
how much.
we're acting like he's not the best cornerback in the division. Let's be real.
Oh,
He's the only quarterback in the division. Let's be
hey,
real.
that's enough for me. That's enough for
Easy
me.
for
I'll
me.
take it.
Hey, I'll
I'll
take the
take it,
accolade. No fight back. I'll take it.
Give me the award by default. I'll take it.
Hurries, what about you, brother? I'm gonna like this one.
I'm
too.
so conflicted. 'Cause
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm a Colts fan, but
Colts lose 80-0.
I was a CJ Stroud stan before any of y'all. I just don't trust Gus Bradley's, 18,000 yards off the line of scrimmage defense. I really think CJ Stroud's going to dice this defense up. I feel like the Texans are going to win like 24-10.
Love it.
I love it.
Come on through, bud.
Love it.
Come on through.
Come on through where?
We'll
I didn't
take
know-
this
I
spot
didn't-
to
We'll
where-
celebrate with you, bud.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate
I
with
didn't say I
you.
was going to celebrate. But we'll sweep the Texans next year when Anthony Richardson gets back.
Okay,
Fair.
it's time to put the alcohol down there, Ruiz. But
I need some. I'm picking the Texans by 2 touchdowns. I need some.
Bo, I'm sorry to tell you, brother, but I think you're going to have to take your heart medicine.
I know.
Because I think it's going to be a barn burner.
Man.
I think it's going to be a Tampa Bay type offense type game where it's just back and forth. You know, all Colts fans are like, Gardner Minshew is probably, if we lose the game, it's because Gardner Minshew. But they forget that Texans defense makes mid quarterbacks look elite.
Amazing. It's terrible.
So I think it's going to be a 38-35 game. Kyrie Fairbairn kicks a field goal with seconds ending to win the game. Houston Texans.
You know what'd be crazy? What if we get into overtime and then neither team decides who kicks the field goal and we just tie it?
I mean, whatever screws the Jags. I mean,
that's basically what was that 2 years ago. We get into overtime and neither team was like, "Yeah, I don't want to kick a field goal. How about you kick a field goal?"
Yeah,
that was Hot Rod was goofy as hell.
They met at the middle of the field and they said, "Listen, go for it."
Oh, that game pissed me off. Oh, Lovie Smith pissed me off.
The worst game.
Hot Rod pissed me off.
God,
that game was terrible.
But in hindsight, I'm so glad y'all won that game, or like y'all lost that game. I'm so glad y'all gave it to us, because without y'all letting us win that game, we do not get CJ Stroud. So thank you.
Stop saying that.
Thank you very much.
Stop saying it.
Thank you for allowing us.
We didn't let y'all do anything. We didn't let y'all do anything.
It's a lot of teams, really. It's
guys' hands, man.
The Bears, the Panthers, the Cardinals. The Colts, like it's a lot of teams we can thank. Like we might put some tattoos in front of NRG if y'all,
you should
in
you
a
should
jersey.
We thank y'all. We thank y'all.
It commemorates for CJ Stroud.
You should go thank the Panthers. The Panthers owner.
Exactly. Thank you.
That guy was an idiot.
Yes.
You can thank.
But we don't want to get drinks thrown in our face. So
yeah, you can thank.
I'll get a drink. Give me the money.
You can thank Frank Reich. You can thank Frank Reich because let's just be honest. It was terrible coaching in the last game of last season, and then him as a head coach this season getting Bryce Young. He literally kicked y'all back a notch and then said, "You know what? Here, guys, let me go ahead and take the guy who's as big as Chip and Dale from Rescue Rangers, and then you can go ahead and have CJ Stroud."
Yeah.
We were supposed to lose last year, though.
I'm pretty sure Bryce Young wore some risers in his cleats at the NFL Combine. There ain't no way what he listed at. What they got him at 6 feet flat, or is he
5'10"?
Yeah, he probably 5'9".
Hey, he got the money now. Off season, he gonna come back taller. He about to go hit up a surgery and get that knee BL. He about to get that knee BL.
Not the knee extensions. Not going to
take I'm about to say he's gonna pull an episode of South Park and go get some dolphins.
Yeah, we got
You know, get taller. Well, guys, in the wise words of Mr. Crenshaw, this is the worst part of the show because it's the end. Why don't y'all tell everybody where we can find you, what you got cooking? That way we can support you. Harley, I'll start with you, brother. Where can we find you at?
You can find me at The Lead Houston. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so I appreciate every single one of everybody that has liked, commented, subscribed. It's been a lot of hard work, and it wouldn't be without anybody that hasn't watched, hasn't subscribed. So, again, make sure y'all do. I will be live streaming a post-game, win or lose, obviously win, so the Texans get that dub and get into the playoffs. But, win or lose, and it will be an interactive live stream. I will have a phone line. People can call in, text in. Let me hear your thoughts. If you're drunk, hey, you get to be on live on YouTube, and hey, we'll get to see what happens. Let's see what
you got the buzzer button, the sensor button ready.
Oh, definitely. I will definitely got a lot of things ready for this. There's a lot of trials that's gone through this trial and error. So, but yeah, The Lead Houston, man.
After what Harley said again, I'm changing my prediction. We're gonna win. We're gonna win 41-17. I'm sick of this shit.
That's what I with you. And you every time Harley talk, he had a touchdown. That's crazy.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm adding one every single time.
Don't talk no more, Harley. Harley don't talk no more. He had a touchdown every time Harley say something.
Hey, listen, if Crenshaw adds on to it, I'm gonna listen. 50 burger. I'm
50 spot and 6 touchdowns for Gardner.
Go ahead, yo.
Well, with that, Chris, tell us what you got cooking so that way we can support you.
Yeah, man. Every Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, Horseshoe My Podcast. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're streaming. Not quite at the follower count, but we're almost at 1,000 on that page. So make sure liking, subscribing, and we welcome people from all fan bases because at the end of the day, like I said, we just like being able to talk trash with other teams, but just talk football first and foremost. So, yeah, make sure that you're hitting us up at CJ Colts fan, then hit us up on our page at horseshoe_mob.
All right. And Mr. Bo Diggity, where can we find you at?
Oh yeah, you can find me on all socials at Bo Diggity 713. Y'all know the deal.
All right. And Harish, what about you? What do you got?
Yeah, you can find me at the Uncle Gandhi on all socials. And then, of course, with these guys Tuesday nights on the Horseshoe Mob podcast.
And also on Thursday.
Oh, you can also find me Thursday nights with my boy Tim Wayne on the Texas Longhorns Fan Battle podcast for everything Texas Longhorns. Obviously, basketball season coming up tomorrow. So,
look at Harish.
Look, here's that rent free. I say Longhorn, and the first thing he thinks is turning it up to rent free. This is how I know Texas has always been relevant because of guys like Harvey.
All right. Chris, what about you, brother? Where you find you at?
Yo.
Come on now.
Now you can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw at all social media platforms, and I will be at Daily Sports Lounge tomorrow with my boy Figgy Fig, and we will be doing a live recap after the game. So open invitation to all Texans fans to come on and cry, be happy. And once again, I'm gonna say this for the third night in a row: the first Texans touchdown. I'm buying everybody's shots.
Oh,
shot.
Everybody, Texas fans or Colts fans?
Everyone is at the sports lounge.
I can pull up. I can pull up.
Well, pull up. I mean,
I'm only 2.5 hours away. Where's this at?
I was gonna pull up, but I didn't think that was gangster.
Yeah.
This is the Texans lose lounge. What is this?
No, it's in Houston.
Ah,
it ain't out there with y'all. It's in Houston.
All right, Mr. Josh Senior. What about you, brother?
You can catch me on all socials at Who Is Josh Senior, and on Tuesdays with the fellas.
Okay. And then since Bo Diggity and Crenshaw's not going to put a shameless plug, I will. You catch us on Wednesday, me, Crenshaw, and Bo.
Right, we saved the best for last. I mean,
yeah,
you was going to go
Wednesday night.
You was going to end it,
Yeah.
We got Sean Salisbury's co-host Brian Lima on Wednesday, and like Crenshaw said, make sure you show up to the open invitation for the recap game at 11 o'clock Central. And also, like Harley said, we're 300 away from 2K subscribers. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share to all fans, because without you guys, we couldn't do it. Any of us on the screen, we love talking sports, and we want to continue doing it. So thank you for the support. And also, make sure you follow the Fan Battle Sports Network while you're at it. Go ahead.
I do want to throw one thing out there for those of you guys that are, college football fans. We will be having Matt Brown, who's an insider for NCAA football, next Thursday night, 8:30 p.m.
Nice.
Longhorn Fan Battle.
I thought you said
So
Mac
tune in.
Brown. I was like, whoa, that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Brown is one day, but Matt Brown is the big insider guy for all news NCAA football. So you NCAA football fans, tune in next Thursday, 3:30 p.m.
Huskies.
special time.
Go Huskies.
I didn't hear anything. So,
On that note, guys, we will catch y'all all tomorrow, and hopefully we're talking about Texans win. Good night.